Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Gundam Witch from Mercury episode 9. On this Christmas day, I can record today, thankfully, because we celebrate Christmas Eve, not so much Christmas Day. So, hey, if you watch it during Christmas, maybe spend it with your family instead. But if you don't, thank you for being here with me. In any case, Gundam, Witch from Mercury. In the previous episode, um, quite a lot has happened, or did it? Well, the main thing that happened in the previous episode was that we got the whole company, well, not the whole company, but at least the basics of the company figured out. We know what the company is going to be doing, right? We know that they're gonna focus on medical aspects of the gun technology, on various cybernetic enhancements, on prosthetics, stuff like that, brain computer interfaces, and so on. Not so much on the military aspect of Gundams, and I'm clipping. So let me adjust the volume a little bit. Okay. That was the main part, but there was also another part of that episode that mostly came to fruition, if you can call it that, near the end, and that is Shadik and his machinations. He wants in onto the gun technology, he wants to research Gundams, he wants to build Gundams, he wants to do that. His goals are more or less, I guess, aligned with Miorin and Suletta, except I think he'd rather see military use for the Gundams instead of medical one, but oh well, at least he wants to research them and not just discount the whole technology and ban it and whatnot. Problem is, he's going about it in a very wrong way. He doesn't want to join forces necessarily. Well, he did want to join forces initially. Miorin, of course, didn't agree, probably for a good reason. And now he figured that I'm not gonna do the research, I'm not gonna do the technology, I'm not gonna, I don't know, buy some research from them, maybe. Right? We don't need to join companies. I can start my own and just buy some research from them. No, he just wants to perform a takeover, an aggressive takeover of their company, and aggressive takeover of Ariel. Of course, it's always about Ariel, isn't it? But most of all, he introduced some weird rules at school with his harem of girls that will make running Gundam Incorporated a living hell, and due to all the new bullshit safety standards and stuff like that. I wonder how's it gonna end. Probably with a duel. I mean, let's be honest here. And the stakes will probably be if Shadik wins, Suletta gives up Ariel. It's always the stake. And on the other hand, the stake might be, for example, if Suletta wins, Shadik is gonna relax all the rules. He's gonna put a little bit of a shorter leash on the local OSHA, and they're gonna be able to research their Gundams, and everybody's gonna be happy. I know that it's not uncommon in the world of Gundam for everybody to be happy, or rather, sorry, I know that it's not common for anybody in the world of Gundam to be happy, but I'm still high on hopium and copium that perhaps, just maybe, there's gonna be a good end to Witch from Mercury. It very much seems like the series, maybe not very much, but it seemed to me from the very beginning like a series for newcomers to the Gundam series, to the Gundam franchise, and usually series that are catered more towards newcomers, like spin offs, are usually much more light-hearted and much less depressing and much more light in general. So maybe, just maybe, there's a good ending in sight. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm carefully optimistic, I guess. In today's episode, well, we're probably gonna see a duel, and I'm assuming it's gonna be tough because Shadik has access to some anti-Gund weaponry, anti-Gund technology. That begs the question, why does he have access to that? But let's leave it on the sidelines for now. But it's gonna be tough for Suletta, for sure. Question is, how much of a normal Gundam Ariel really is? It will anti-Gund technology work against Ariel? And if it does work, will it work to the same degree it would against any other random Gundam? Um, there are many differences between regular Gundams and Ariel, after all, right? There's no data storms, there's no damage to the pilot. Ariel also seems conscious to some degree, well, to a very big degree. In the light novel, Ariel is essentially just a human being, is just shot into the body of a Gundam. And do other Gundams also have that, or is Ariel special in that way? Does the anti-Gant technology maybe cause a severe data storm for the pilot, but it's not gonna do anything to Ariel because there are no data storms there? Does it maybe obstruct the computational processings of the Gundam, but it's not gonna work against Ariel because Ariel doesn't have a computer, it has a soul. It has a consciousness. You can't disrupt that this easily by introducing a bunch of random ones and zeros and stuff. I wonder, I wonder. With every duel, it's a weird feeling because with every duel they have, I become both more scared for Suletta and for Ariel because I feel like they're kind of pushing their luck. Sure, they won against Guel. Sure, they won against Elan. Sure, they won. Sure, they won. Sure, they won. But the enemies are becoming stronger and stronger as well, and eventually they might reach a level of an enemy they won't be able to overcome. On the other hand, though, they've been winning every single duel so far, and without much of an issue, to be perfectly honest with you. So that makes me think maybe the duel is gonna go well for Suletta. I mean, they can't exactly have Suletta lose Ariel right now, right? Because we still have until the end of this core and at least one more core to that. I heard this series might be 24 episodes. I heard it might be 2 times 24. I heard it might be 2 times 12. I don't think the number of episodes is actually listed anywhere. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe it's gonna be a long running series. Maybe it's gonna be the next fucking Black Clover or Naruto, where it doesn't have any specified number of episodes because it's just gonna run continuously. I wouldn't mind it, to be perfectly honest with you. I never got into any of the long running series. Maybe this will be the one. Who's to say, right? Probably not, but one can hope, right? Anything else that needs to be said? I guess this hat is super hot, so I'm gonna take it off and put it, I don't know, somewhere here is good. And I think that's it about the previous episode and about my expectations for this one. So we should just start watching it, right? And to do that, of course, you will need your subs and I will need my sound. And I'm also gonna have to ask you for your support. Monetary Patreon throne links in the description below. Or share my content, spread the word, costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And with all of that out of the way, and myself being framed well in the camera, I hope we can start watching episode 9 of Gundam Witch from Mercury in 3, 2, 1, go. Straight into duel? No, who's dueling? Guel and someone. Wait, Which episode is it? No, good, it's episode 9. So what's the talk about Guel being a groom? What's going on? A backstory to Miorin and Shadik? Yeah, I guess a flashback. Okay, we're jumping straight into the opening, so that probably was just a flashback. I was confused for a moment. Did I download episode 1 again or episode 2? But I don't remember anything of that from those early episodes, so it has to be new. Did I skip something? Did Miorin get engaged to Guel again? I know up to episode 11, I think, is already up, and this is only 9. But no, seems to just be a flashback to Shadik essentially telling Miorin that, oh, I'm a good guy. I would never treat you badly. I'm not like the other guys. And then he proceeds to a hostile takeover of her company. That's how we get girls, right? When they become successful, try to steal the success from them. I guess it does make a twisted kind of sense. When she's left with nothing, she has no other way than to come to you to beg you for your protection and your money and the place to stay, right? Uh, probably. Fuck the system, Chuchu. Okay, what's the catch though? I mean, assuming you're trustworthy, but you probably aren't. Yeah, fuck right off. That's a proposition. A duel. And that's exactly what Shadik wants. Okay, so it's gonna be Miorin who's fighting. Miorin doesn't have a Gundam. Shadik has. Team battle? Okay. Okay. That's reasonable. He's gonna agree, of course. Yeah. The company. It's time to duel. Why? Why is there suddenly some rivalry between you two? Yeah. Why is there a sudden rivalry there? Thank you for having trust in our company. And Farak is a Gundam, so it's gonna damage the pilot. Yeah, I mean, regular Gundams do. Ariel doesn't. Unless you can, like, really quickly modify Farak somehow. Watching the training, gathering information, probably. Talking to Shadik. Interesting. Go between. Is she like a double agent? What's her deal? Some shady shit going on. I mean, that sums up the series as a whole, but what do you want from Elan? Hello! We have a pilot! We found ourselves a third pilot! And what say you, Guel? Do you want a duel? Good old Guel duel. I've given up the life of a dueler. Your father has nothing to say on the matter. You've been excommunicated from the family. He has no control over you. I mean, no. Au contraire. Come on, Guel. We both know you're gonna do it. Yeah, the figurehead. If you wanted to get closer to Miorin, you kinda fucked up, my dude. You fucked up super hard, my dude. I love the music. There we go. Atta girl. Ariel was never at the stake though, so Another bit of shady shit going in the background. Why are you stretching? My Kellys. Okay. It's time to duel. I know this joke is getting stale, but I can't help it. Everybody has a fandom, huh? Miorin isn't fighting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember those names anyway, so. That's a cool looking suit, though. Yep. As usual. Yeah. I mean, you are there just to make sure the numbers check out. No other reason, let's be honest here. Maybe Choo has some piloting skills. There goes the antenna. Okay, two of them eliminated. What? Yeah! Are you for real? Number 12 on my boyfriend list. Two v6 already. Because you wanna be there, my dude. You wanna fight. That's your chance, Guel. That's your chance. Get out there and get that W. You need a win in your life, my dude. Interesting. A zipline with a hand. Yeah, you can't do much without limbs, I'm afraid. There's only Suletta. Ah, she chose right. I guess. I guess he's not entirely incorrect. Suletta very much is just kinda strung along. Not really proactive, but rather reactive. Right? Something's going on, and Suletta is just dragged into it. Okay, so it's a technology that just disables Gundams. What's your deal, my dude? What's your plan, Till? I guess that's also true. How much of the usual piloting really is Suletta and how much is Ariel? Are we gonna see like blue circuitry on her face now? Because usually it was Ariel who did the piloting, but now Suletta is gonna take control. Okay. And everybody's fucking disabled. Oh, I don't like that smile. No circuitry yet. Okay, just like that. Yeah. She and Ariel became one, essentially. Ariel, with like superhuman computing, can predict the movements of everybody and feed it to Suletta. Watch her. No circuitry still. She's like fully connected to Ariel, but no circuitry. Doubtful. Yes! Amazing! They focused so much on Suletta, they forgot about the other two. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love the resolution of this duel. In your face. She's not wrong. And the stupid fucking anglerfish dance. Ah. It's gonna take a while to fix Ariel, though. Yeah, go live in the forest with Guel now. I mean, yeah, probably. You were a better option than Guel, so you might have had chances. But now Suletta is in the picture, and you also fucked up by trying to overtake her company. Why are you picking an unripe tomato? I guess even unripe tomatoes can be used. I remember there was a period in time when you could get green ketchup and yellow ketchup at a store. There was some weird fascination with colored food. When I was in like primary school, there were Cheetos that would dye your tongue. Why? I don't fucking know, but they existed. There were also, again, Cheetos that had a packet of green ketchup inside. Why? I don't know. But it's green and it's ketchup and mind blowing. For like an 8-year-old me, green ketchup was like, wow, a whole new world. I guess they use green tomatoes to make green ketchup? I don't fucking know. Probably not. Probably just a bunch of dyes. But I guess you do harvest green peppers and yellow peppers, so why not green tomatoes and yellow tomatoes, I guess. Okay, I was afraid of this episode. No reason to be. Circling thoughts. Well, that's as ambiguous as it gets. And Shadik and his harem. Okay, that was the episode. That was the episode, and I liked it very, very, very much. It did a very similar thing, the same thing really, that many other episodes did, but put a twist on it. And I can always appreciate a good twist. So, how about now we watch it again? Shall we? Yes, we shall. You get no choice. I control the screen and the recording. Yeah, so this was a flashback, we know that for sure now. Guel dueling again, he really does like dueling. Why is Shadik just sitting on the sidelines? Good question, actually. Gets cautious as a hedgehog around Miorin, probably actually has feelings for her. Yeah, I'm different, you know. Yeah, this was his last chance. Like, honestly, if he was like, hey, you don't want to be with Guel, I'm technically with the company, but as soon as my father passes away, I'm just gonna fuck off and I'm just gonna do my own thing. How about I duel Guel now and you become my bride? You're gonna have much more freedom. You're not gonna have to, deal with Guel. it's gonna be cool, she probably would have agreed. Let's be honest, she probably would have agreed. Because Shadik at least doesn't treat her as a company property, as something to acquire, right? As a means of getting more assets and stuff like that. He doesn't treat her as an asset for the company. So she probably would have agreed to that, and she probably would have been happy if Shadik won and got the title of a holder and became her groom. But alas, Shadik was beating around the bush way too much, and well, he lost his chance because now Suletta is in the picture. What happened here? The plaque was broken, but why? I don't know. Did the regulations say anything about the plaque of the company having to be broken? Probably not. So who did it and why? Fucking no. Plenty of scumbags in this academy, so probably one of, I don't know, Shadik's followers or something. Who knows? Or just a regular Spatian because fuck Earthians and no other reason. Choo choo. I love you, choo choo. Earth grown, no wonder. See, Shadik at least isn't, you know, he's slimy, he's sleazy, but at least he's not outright evil, right? He's not like, fuck all Earthians, give me assets, give me money. He can appreciate that, hey, that's a nice tea. It's been grown on Earth. Well, no wonder. Hydroponics can only do so much. Tea grown on Earth, that's a delicacy. Thank you very much. Right? He has some appreciation for that. He has appreciation for Miorin. He has appreciation for Earth. He has appreciation for tea. He has appreciation for the Gund format. He has appreciation for the Gundam company. Right? Uh he's not just all gimme 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 because I want. He's gimme 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 because I like. And that's a difference in my mind. I My outlook on Shadik has changed. I'm gonna be honest. Similarly to Guel, initially I thought Guel is just I'm not gonna like him, but now he's by far my favorite male character in the show, 100%. And now Shadik also kind of climbed out of the slump of being a bad character, of being a villain, of being an antagonist, to, hey, he had some, something, he had some plan, he had some, train of thought in his mind, and it made sense in his mind, and ultimately, what he wanted to do, he didn't want to do to fuck anybody over, he wanted to do for more or less good reasons. Cool, I like it. I like how not even the villains in this show are black or white. Everybody's on a grayscale. Literally everybody. Even even Prospera, even Delling, everybody. Not sure about Ellen. Not sure about Ellen. Ellen seems very sleazy, very villainous so far, but he probably has a sad backstory or something, let's be honest here. They're gonna try to warm us to him as well, no doubt about it. Join forces. I hate this font. This business transfer agreement, the agreement shall be governed by Spacefront customary laws and interfront commercial treaties. The agreement is entered into as of the date written below by and between Gundam Incorporated, seller, and Grassley Research and Development buyer, whereas seller desires to sell and buyer desires to purchase substantially all of seller's assets, and whereas the parties desire to enter into this agreement for the purpose of setting forth their mutual rights and obligations with respect to the foregoing. I hate this font, but I gotta give them props. This legal document very much reads like a legal document. Complete, when you have a word limit at school, when you need to write some dissertation or something, so you make a short sentence into 3 long sentences, just repeating yourself. That's very much how it reads, and that's very much how legal documents read. Shadik's signature. You're still gonna be the CEO. Your team will still handle management and operations. We're just gonna be the owners. And since we are an established company, all the rules that I just introduced conveniently are not gonna apply to you. Cool. And he's satisfied as long as he gets a piece of the Gundam business. I know that's the way Shadik Zanelli does things. Do you have a better proposal? Yes. Duel me. Don't do it. I wonder. I wonder if Shadik was actually truthful in what he said. If there actually wasn't any catch. He just wants to get into the Gundam business, and he just wants to own it. He just wants to collect it. He just wants to be the owner. They're gonna operate the same way they already operated. Shadik just gets the satisfaction from owning it, and he doesn't want anything else. He doesn't want to interfere. He doesn't want to direct research. None of that. And in part, he also wants to help Miorin to get her more funding and stuff like that, and the research of the Benerit Group. I wonder if that's actually what he wanted. But he fucked up the execution so badly that nobody's gonna trust him. I wonder if that's the case. That's why he says, don't do it, don't fight me, don't duel me. I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna fight you. I wanted to help you. I gave you this offer and it's legit. I wonder if that's the case. That's interesting. That's interesting. Libra scales, yeah, 6-member battle. Their house doesn't even have that many mobile suits. Yeah, that's a problem. Lauda's making this personal, yeah, and I don't know why. Why is he so gung-ho about it? I don't know. I don't like him. Honestly, I don't like Loda. Everybody else is cool. Loda is like... I don't know. He very much reminds me of... like when there is a street fight going on or something, and you have that one guy who's not gonna join it. No. He's too scared of being damaged, of getting hit, and he doesn't want to get into trouble. But he stands there and heckles, "Go, fuck him up, fuck him up." Right? You know the kind of a person. If you ever went to a public school, you know the kind of a person who just stands there and heckles on the 2 guys fighting. But he himself is never gonna join. He very much reminds me of that. Yeah, Shadik is gonna fight, and I want Shadik to fight. I want Shadik to fuck up these Earthians. Me? No. I'm not a pilot. No, I don't. No, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Now, excuse me, my milk. I left milk on the stove. I gotta go now. That's very much who he seems to me. This duel must be transmitted by live streaming outside the Benerit Group. That's actually a very good rule. Not just because the free advertisement, but also for like, you know, how should I say it? Mm, when you transmit it inside of the Benerit Group, when something shady is going on, they can just, cut it out, and that never happened. But when you transmit it outside and someone does some shady shit, it's gonna be a widely known knowledge. If, for example, Shadiq was to use an actual fucking Gundam, and everybody would see that, hey, Zaneris, whatever, Shadiq's company has Gundams. The thing that was banned and the thing that kills its pilots and it's immoral and they have it, right? That would change the perception of their group. Or if something shady happens, like those sprinklers in one of the episodes, and everybody in the Benerit group and centered around the academy knows that, hey, them's the rules, but people around might not, and they're gonna be like, hey, they only won because they did some shady shit. They didn't really win, did they? Interesting. Interesting. And of course, he's pissed off on behalf of Shadiq. I don't know. I don't know what to think of him. I don't know what to think of him. It's like he tries to use Shadiq as his own proxy, kinda, sorta. He's never gonna fight, so he heckles on Shadiq to fight. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna learn more about him in the future, maybe not. Change the regulations, and I'm gonna get the company. This was completely random. Completely and utterly, entirely random. And yeah, not even she has any idea, but we learn later what the deal is, and it's so completely and utterly fucking stupid. I love it. I love this little bit because it sets up something. Oh, maybe there's something more going on in the background. Maybe she's like, maybe she on the right is like a secret heiress to some group that has some beef with the group of the girl on the left. Or maybe she's like a secretly an amazing pilot, and she just joined this academy, transferred here because she just wants an easy life, and she didn't want to the constant duels, and she didn't want to be a celebrity, so she transferred and changed her name, and now she's just taking the easy. Or, my mind started racing. What the fuck kind of a deal is taking place here? What's going on? But now it's just, you went on lunch with the 14th candidate for my boyfriend. So utterly stupid. I love it. Whoever thought people would be gambling on us? Well, he did. And he lost the bet again. I hope it becomes a running theme. I hope it does become a running theme. And eventually there's gonna be a fight, a duel between, I don't know, maybe Miorin has beef with the girl in thigh highs that sits in the lounge or whatever it is. She has some beef with her, and they duel. And this guy, forgot his name, bets everything on Miorin, and Miorin loses. Because he's like, oh, I'm gonna bet on that. No, wait. Every time I bet on someone who's not us, I lose. Miorin, I believe in you. I'm gonna bet everything on you. And then Miorin loses. I would love it if that became a running gag. That no matter who he bets on, he just loses. We don't have enough mobile suits, true, but we have the support of the Pale Company. But we don't have enough pilots, that's a problem. Suletta and Chuchu. Isn't Miorin also a pilot in the pilot program? I don't think she's an engineer, I think she's a pilot. Gundams kill their pilots. Well, thankfully you don't get access to any of the Gundams. And she's just happy-go-lucky. I was asked to join, so I guess I will. Simple enough. If you know anyone who could be a support pilot, then ask them. Yeah, where the heck did Nika go? I never wanted to duel, I believe you. That doesn't concern a go-between. Go-between. Does it have some specific meaning that I am unaware of? Go-between. Oh, someone who takes messages between people who are unable or unwilling to meet. So not a double agent. She's just a messenger between Gundam Incorporated and Shaddiq, essentially, between Miorin and Shaddiq. Gotcha. I understand it now. You just pass the messages, doesn't concern you. I'll try to persist in talking a bit more. I thought there's something much more fucky-wacky and shady going on with her, with Nika and with Shaddiq, but apparently not. Although, I don't know, I'm not sure. The way they interact doesn't exactly read to me as to strangers, so maybe they have some sort of a past. I don't know. I might be looking way too deep into that. Guel is here, and my father forbade me from piloting. He has forbidden me to duel. Yeah, but your father also threw you out of the house and you have to live in a forest. And he essentially threw you out of the family. So what obligations do you have towards your father? Excuse me? Seems to me like you don't have any obligations towards your father. So why do you care what your father says? And of course, Suletta ever looking for the best in people. Your father, you must really love him. He's important to you, isn't he? And the lights come on. That's an interesting shot. Adds a lot of dramatism to the scene. He's important to you, isn't he? I love my mother too. We'll do the best we can. Yeah, I don't think Guel loves his father, quite frankly. You say it all with a smile like you're helping me. Again, I have a suspicion that he genuinely thought he is. That both of them are gonna get something out of this deal. She's gonna get the support of a bigger company, she's gonna get the funding, and he's gonna get the ownership. He just wants the ownership. But of course, Miorin doesn't see it this way. You only want me to be the symbol of the company, a figurehead. Just like my lousy father and the others. You just want me as a symbol of status. You just want to be able to write on the website of your company that Miorin Rembrandt is the CEO and she's the leading researcher and whatnot. You just want her for that. A pretty photo on the homepage. A person to take the grants from government and smile to the camera as they shake the hands of politicians. That's what she sees in it. You only see me as an ornament. That's not true, and I believe him. I believe him. He's not his sleazy, shady self in this moment. He's not trying to convince her. He's not trying to play her. He's actually reacting with emotions. Just jumps out. No, that's not true. Wait, let me explain. Right? A bit of a panic, a bit of fear. Yeah, I really like what they're doing with Shaddiq. Eyes wide open. I can't trust you. slumped shoulders, wiggling eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Took some sense into your bride. The only one who can protect Miorin right now is you, her groom. Don't let her fight a battle she can't win. No, you got it wrong. If I'm her groom, I'm gonna believe in her. That's what a groom does. A groom believes in the bride, and the bride believes in the groom. She doesn't need protection, she needs help. She's not some, ornament that needs to be placed in a glass, encased in glass, so that it doesn't get dusty and it doesn't get damaged. If she wants to go out there and fight, I'm gonna fight alongside her. I'm not gonna stop her from fighting because she must have her reasons, and I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just going to help her. That's the approach that was missing in Shadik's approach. Shadik, I think it all falls into place. Shadik wanted to protect Miorin in a very protectional way, right? Oh, you don't know how to run your company, you don't have. Right, you don't quite know how to run your company, you're new to the field. I have some experience, so let me help you. Because you're not going to be able to run the company properly. Oh, you're having some issues with funding. I have the money. I can help you because there's no way that you will ever get enough money. Right? Oh, you want to fight with me for your company? Let me help you and tell you to not fight with me because you will never be able to win. Right? It's very very protectional. Very much reminds me of that sort of Twitter activism where people get angry on behalf of other people in that very weird way of, oh no, you won't be able to fight for your own rights. We all know that you're incapable of that. Let me handle it. Let me help you. Let me fight for your rights. You just sit there and just, we know that you're a little, you know, let me, the big guy, the big savior, let me help you. That's very much the kind of a feeling, the kind of a vibe I'm getting from him. That very dismissive sort of willingness to help. I'm not going to help you by being alongside you, by, sitting next to you and helping you with your homework. I'm just gonna grab your homework and solve it instead. Because you will never be able to solve those equations, so let me handle that. Interesting. Your Gundam and your bride. I'll take them both. Farakt is still under maintenance. And Elon is apparently involved. What's his role exactly, I wonder? Gundam Incorporated, Miorin, owns Pale Technologies, if I'm not mistaken. That was the deal. So, who is Elon? Is he a part of Pale Technology? Does he represent another group? What's their deal? I don't know, but it's interesting. I wonder when are we gonna see more of Elon, because I have no doubt that we will see more of him. If they found out about us, there'd really be an uproar. Yeah, because they're doing some shady human experimentation, so no doubt. And apparently Pale is still not very much convinced that they want to be a part of Miorin's group, because, yeah, I have a message from the old ladies. If you insist on helping them, you'd better bring back results. But helping them, helping us, we are one company now. Pale is a subsidiary of Gundam Incorporated. There's no helping them. It's just giving access to our technology to our leaders. Pale is still very much not convinced that they are a part of Gundam Incorporated. A bit of a moment with those girls. Shadik preparing for a fight, and everybody has a fan club. Sabina, Henao. This reminds me of a funny situation from a school I work at. I was looking for a key to one of the classrooms because it was shut closed, and I couldn't find the key. Turns out another teacher with a bunch of students just locked themselves inside and played the football matches on a big screen on the projector when the Qatar shenanigans were going on, and they would just watch the matches and log the classroom. And that seems similar, right? They're just sitting in a classroom and watching a match, watching a duel. Yeah, I love the detail of two mobile suits just holding it up. So much cool detail here. And Rennie. Let's do our best. I never wanted to be a pilot. Irisha, Maisie. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that. That's an amazing design of a Gundam, though. I gotta say. I gotta say. Both parties face off. I can never read the words face off without thinking of the Face Off movie with Nick Cage. Also, I love the lighting. It does make Ariel a little bit more interesting with this very dim lighting that desaturates the colors. Because I mentioned it time and again, but the very bright and contrasting colors of Ariel only ever evoke the image of cheap Chinese Gundam toys you would buy on like a village fair. And yeah, that's how it looks to me. I can't help it. But with the proper lighting, it does look cool. Ariel does look cool. I'm getting, I'm getting converted slowly but surely to liking this design more and more. Interesting that Miorin isn't fighting. I can't remember. Is she really in the engineering department? I thought she's a pilot. Maybe she transferred? I don't know. She did become a spotter for Suletta in one of the episodes when they were having the exams or something, and I guess she stayed in that position. Never went back to being a pilot. I don't know. But interesting that it's her that challenged Shadik to a duel, and she's not taking an active part in it. Take out the sidekick. Yeah, that's a great strategy, actually, because the sidekicks are not really any threat. Half of them aren't even pilots. As they said, only Suletta and Chuchu are pilots. The rest are just engineers and spotters, just placed behind in the cockpit of a mobile suit. So of course they are the first ones to go down. Lili Kadokalipati. I'll show you what happens when you lay hands on another girl's man. And yeah, here we hear the reason. Number 12 on my list of backup boyfriends. Not even like a 12th boyfriend in her polycule, no. A list of a backup boyfriends. Lunch invitation, and she said no. I love this kind of a logic. She denied, she said no, I don't want to get lunch with you. So she has the problem, where do you get off embarrassing my man? And if she said yes, then she'd be like, why are you trying to steal my man? No winning. There's no winning with that. Uh, I'm seeing how they just melt through Gundam armor with their lightsabers. It makes me afraid, but also kind of makes me um, curious if there's going to be a moment where they aren't going to stab the head that just houses a bunch of sensors and stuff, but they're gonna stab the chest that houses the pilot, and someone's gonna die. I wonder if that's going to happen. And in case I forget, I'm gonna take note of that. Um, I'm not saying any of the characters we necessarily know. Perhaps some, completely third plane character, but someone. It's possible. Let's see. Someone's suit gets stabbed in the cockpit. I wonder if there is any sort of a protection in place, like I don't know, weapons automatically turn themselves off when they're about to stab the chest region. But what about shots? What about like blaster shots and rockets and stuff like that? It's not exactly whatchamacallit, the anime with tanks, Girls und Panzer. It's not exactly Girls und Panzer when they had just a bullshit reason for why nobody is ever hurt by these explosions. The reason was essentially, oh, there's a bunch of protections. What kind? I don't know. And it's not necessary to know that. It's just setting up the world. You don't need that knowledge to enjoy the show. But this one is, despite being much more out there because it's a sci-fi setting, it's at the same time much more grounded than Girls und Panzer in the way their duels work, right? That's the feeling I get. So if someone actually gets stabbed in the chest, they could reasonably die. I wonder if we're gonna see that. 4 down, 2 to go. Why am I? You yearn for the jewel. You were born to fight, Jewel. You know you want it. You know you want it. You just need to admit it to yourself. I've made arrangements for your withdrawal. A position awaits you at one of our subsidiaries. What about the jewels? No, you're not gonna jewel. You lost 3 times and you're out. 3 strikes and out. You're gonna be a paper pusher at one of my companies. At least you're gonna be able to make a living. That's the most I can do for you. But is Guel satisfied with that? Doubtful. Doubtful. He very much wants to duel. And joining Miorin and Suletta is a way that he can continue dueling, continue doing what he loves. Don't be so presumptuous as to question my decisions. He is going to be so presumptuous, and he is going to question those decisions. He recognizes the decision of a council, but recognizes it as stupid, or whatever the line from the Star Wars was. This is cool. We see some use of rip lines and just detachable limbs. Don't underestimate Earthhouse. Yeah, unlikely you'll be able to do anything without limbs, unfortunately. That's 5. Only Suletta left. I believe in her. Also, at the same time, he's not necessarily wrong describing Suletta here. She's a sweet, honest girl. Never tells lies. Again, very correct. But she doesn't have the power to protect you or the vision to support you. She's just clinging to you like a mere child. Again, not strictly incorrect. As I mentioned, Suletta is very much reactive in what she's doing, not proactive. She very much does get dragged around by Miorin. And none of the things that happened so far really were Suletta's doing. She just had one action that she did, I think, at the beginning when she decided to dual for Miorin's hand. And then she also challenged Ilan to a duel. Those were the two like proactive moments for Suletta. The rest is just Miorin says we're gonna start a company. Okay, Miorin-san, I'm going to start a company with you, and she just goes along, gets strung along by Miorin. So he's not entirely incorrect, but thankfully Suletta goes through a little bit of a character growth in this episode. Antidote. Anti-Gund. Anti-Gund format protection. We saw something similar in the prologue, didn't we? There was some purple-looking Gundam that also had emitted some weird field. And what does it say on her helmet? I can't tell because of the fucking font. Manual mode. Okay, yeah, so she needs to go about fighting it alone. She needs to actually pilot Ariel alone, which is interesting because it would imply that a large part of the piloting that was done so far was Ariel. That Suletta isn't that great of a pilot. It's Ariel that's her crutch, essentially. And I guess that checks out because whenever Suletta had to use a mass-produced mobile suit, she didn't really do that well. Like during the exams, for example. Now, sure, other people fucked around with her mobile suit and blinded her and whatnot, but still. Interesting. Interesting that it's not exactly Suletta that's the special chosen one character here, but rather Ariel. I always rely on you for everything, but I want to give it another try. Here kicks in the protagonist mode. I'm not gonna give up for the sake of the company, for the sake of Miorin. I'm gonna fight. This was a cool shot. I want to see it in full. What exactly happens here? Detached hand on a zip line. Crashes into Ariel's shoulder. Gotcha. And now Ariel truly becomes a Gundam. Red circuitry turns blue. The glowing eye of the protagonist. When the protagonist's eye emits like a flame that goes to the side, you know shit's going down. And no antidote is gonna stop Ariel. On the contrary, it seems like the other mobile suits get disabled. This smile, I don't know what it is about it. I guess the shadow, how much of her face is in the shade. It's really creepy looking. And we can't see her eyes. But we can't see her eyes, but I can see how her eyes look like. It's not a, genuine smile. It's the kind of, eyes wide open, creepy kind of smile, right? You know the kind. When the pupils of the character shrink and you see a lot of the white of the eye and the eyes are wide open and there's a smile. You know the look. You know the look. I know you know the look. And just through the smile, just through the shading, I can, with reasonable certainty, say that she probably has that sort of a look on her face. And she's just straight up talking to Ariel. hearing Ariel, talking to Ariel, communicating with Ariel fully and properly. And Ariel just notifies her, there's enemies there, there's enemies there, because Ariel can compute everything so quickly. And just like that, 6v1 and the one is winning. And yes, that's the power of a Gundam indeed. Of a very special Gundam, mind you. Regular Gundams would probably just succumb to the antidote, but Ariel is special. And I have a feeling that Ariel is the only conscious Gundam. I don't think any others are conscious. I don't think Farakt has consciousness and the others, nor the others. It's just Ariel. And that's what makes her so special. I'm the one who will stand at Miorin's side. Doubtful. I love it. I love it. Usually the trope is that the main character wins the combat, wins the fight, and so far it's been the case. Every time Suletta won a fight, she won the fight. She won the duel. But here, it's her team. I love it. Uh, I also love the significance of it. That they are finally together. They finally make up one thing, one unit. So far, it's been Suletta and Miorin and the others. But now, the others, the underdogs, are taking active part in the combat. And are taking active part in protecting their vision and whatnot. Broken weapon, broken Gundam, broken mobile suit. I think it's actually like, yeah, I think it's two other mobile suits just carrying the top part of a third one. Something like that is going on. That's cool. That's cool. Last ditch effort, last stand, and they won together. And I hope it was Chuchu who took the shot. I think it was. I think she was. Because yeah, Chuchu's Gundam was yellowish, and this one is Gundam mobile suit. Sorry, I'm gonna keep calling them Gundam. I can't help it. Chuchu's mobile suit was yellowish, and the rest were identical. So that's probably Chuchu who took the shot. Just like that, Team Earth House has won. I thought you tried to finish the battle with your own hands. Yeah, when you don't trust anyone yourself. And that's another significance of Miorina's team of the Earth House doing the killing blow. They trusted each other. They became a team. And as a team, they won. It's not Suletta, the main character, who scored the win. It's the team as a whole. Meanwhile, Shadiq just went for the kill himself, because of course he did. Because he needs to be the main character. He needs to be the protagonist of his own story. All the others were there just to take care of the small fry. They never really fought together. Just everybody spread out and went after Earthians. And Shadiq was chasing after Suletta. Yeah, and Miorin is correct. You tell me to trust you when you don't trust anyone yourself. And this anglerfish dance. Also, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Ariel is looking at Suletta straight ahead, and then Ariel is looking at Suletta slightly to the side. It's almost as if Ariel was somehow moving by itself. Take the L, my dude. Views are skyrocketing. Time to party, and this guy's there just eating a chicken leg. Ariel is in a sorry state, though. Very sorry state. How are they gonna fix it? We never really see the process of fixing. I think it was just like once or twice We saw them like mount the jet engines or something to fight in open space, but we've never really seen any actual fixes and repair. It was just, oh no, Ariel is wrecked, and next episode comes time for a duel, and Ariel is back online and fully functional again. I'm sorry for always doing this to you. Each party submits to the exclusive jurisdiction of this Benerit uh, Enterprise Entrusted Court and agrees not to commence any legal action regarding or related to the subject matter of this agreement in any other court. Gotcha. All signed. I pledge I won't cause any harm to your company from now on. I should have dueled for it from the beginning. Not for the company, for your hand. I'll become the holder and protect you myself. Yeah, he fucked up, like massively. If I'd only said those words, maybe you'd have let me in. Probably. Probably. Slowly, like she wouldn't throw herself into your warm embrace right from the get-go, but slowly but surely, she would have warmed up, probably. If you were to give her enough freedom to act, I have no doubt. I have no doubt that the two of them might have had some future. But Shadiq decided to go about it in the most protectional and slimy and shady way possible. To the point where nobody can trust him. And also that, too little too late. You fucked up. There's no fixing it. Besides, I have Suletta, so... Ed. Circling thoughts. I've no fucking clue what it means. It could be about anything. It could be somehow related to Shadik having an epiphany. It could be about Miorin thinking about her potential future with Shadik. It could be about. It could be an episode from Ariel's perspective. It could be an episode of Suletta wondering about stuff, about her relationship with Ariel and things. It could be about anything. Anything and everything. It could be about all of those at the same time, honestly. So I'm not even gonna try to predict what's gonna happen. And a cool piece of art. Shadik with his harem. There we go. There we go. Yep. There. That was episode 9 of Gundam Witch from Mercury, and I did enjoy myself. I was afraid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was afraid of what's gonna happen in this episode. Is perhaps Suletta gonna lose for the first time ever? Is perhaps something going to happen to Miorin and she's gonna be taken away from her and she's gonna become Shadik's bride? Is Shadik gonna try to interfere even more? Is someone else going to try to interfere and stir the pot and add some oil to the fire? But no, in the end, we got a fairly straightforward episode. Because, yeah, I did very much enjoy it, but there's no hiding the fact that it was very straightforward. They fight, and Suletta wins thanks to a protagonist power up in dire straits. That's essentially how you can sum it up. But there was also more substance to it. There was the bit of making Shadik a much more appealing character. He very much is much more appealing in my eyes after this episode than he was in the previous one. There's that element of character growth for Suletta, who was always taking Ariel's help for granted and would always just give the reins to Ariel mostly and just go about it that way. But now she came so close to losing Ariel, and she understood that she needs to be a part of it, that they make a team and they need to work and fight as a team. I like it. I really do like it. Bit of a backstory to Miorin and Shadik. Of course, I'm still not sure what significance there will be of that. There's also Shadik's brother. He's gonna become a problem soon enough. I have no doubt about that. And Guel. I have a feeling he is going to join us in the end. I still do have the feeling that we might be gathering allies. All those duels, all those machinations might be gathering allies. First, it's Guel who's gonna join us, then it's gonna be Shadik, then perhaps Elon is gonna see the error of his ways and he's also going to join us. Maybe all the others as well, Ludo or whatever his name was, the girl in thigh highs, the quiet kid, and everybody slowly but surely is gonna join us. And then at the end, in the finale of the series, there's gonna be some grandstand against, I don't know, Delling's forces, or a grandstand against Prospera, or a grandstand against alien invasion. Probably not. This show isn't made by Trigger, so chances of introducing aliens in the finale are fairly slim. But yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything, but it does feel like we're gathering allies. Those little moments with Guel really made me think that might be the case. That he wants to duel, he wants to live at this school, he wants to continue the life he had. He's not going to be a paper pusher at his father's company, but he needs to make the decision. He needs to make the decision, and that's not gonna be easy for him. Anything else? Not really. I just wonder what the next episode is gonna be, but I have absolutely no idea. It's not like we've set up anything in particular in this episode that might come to fruition in the next one. Unless the next episode is gonna be about Guel and Guel joining us, perhaps, and Circling Thoughts refers to Guel thinking about whether he should join the Earth House, whether he should become a paper pusher, or what his future is, and stuff like that. Maybe. I've no clue. I have no clue. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. I don't think I have anything more to say on the topic of this episode, but maybe you do. And if you do have something more to say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please. I know episodes 10 and 11 are already out, but I'd rather you not spoil me anything from them. If you do want to talk spoilers, Discord is here also in the description. Join it. There's a Gundam channel where you can talk about everything Gundam. And if it's not a spoiler, as I said, leave it down in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Gundam Witch from Mercury, but also Symphogear Axis, also... what else is there? Tensei, Shitara, and Deshita, Management of a Novice Alchemist, Arknights, Prelude to Dawn, and Madoka Magica. I'm gonna be watching Rebellion really soon, and also other shows. They're gonna be coming soon-ish. I think on the 4th of January, the first show starts, something like that. On the 3rd, we're gonna probably hold a stream where I'm gonna look at future episodes, future seasons, future series that I'm gonna be watching in the future, right? Yeah, and click the bell if you want to be notified when I go live, be it with that stream or with streaming some gacha, because I do that sometimes as well. Support the channel if you want monetarily. Patreon Throne, links in the description below. On Patreon for $10 a month, you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear, like Madoka, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits, and I also sometimes release seasonal shows a little bit early. On that tier as well. On Throne, you can pitch in directly towards my purchase of better gear, better software, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, costs you nothing, share my content, spread the word. It's completely free and helps the channel a lot. And with that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers. And you can be one of those people, one of my wonderful patrons, if only you so desire.